Hello, and welcome back to the West Country. I have a couple more forests that I want to link up with this game. So there's obviously Colford Woods and these, which I linked, but there's some other forests around Colford. Gloucester Forest and Ross Forest. So I think you'll link those up. They're a little bit. It gets a little bit of a tight squeeze around here. This kind of happens a bit with 256 by 256 maps, the kind of default density settings, especially with the AIs. They like to sort of build their sort of higgledy-piggledy little routes around, and it all gets a bit cramped. So let's try to work out how we can get round this AI construct. I think we could. But yes, it's built its bridge slightly longer than it needed to. So that will suffice for getting us down to here. He says, I'm not sure whether this is going to be... This is going to have a tight turn, which I'm not so keen on. I'll leave it as it is. We shall see. If it becomes problematic, we shall not do that. But for now, we shall do it. So it's a little on the way in, so... That's not the way in, we just need to come around here. Sort of box that AI in there. And... Ooh... This is another problem. This is actually quite a long kind of route. So we could go for, actually, rather than letting that block up there. No, I should have made that tunnel a bit longer, because then what we could do. Yes, there's an idea. So let's get this and take this round here and cause some chaos on my network, possibly. So we shall see. So we could do that and then pop a bridge over it. There we go. No new elevation changes need to take place. Then this can just come round here, like that. There's a little bit of a spaghetti, but it's fine. It's a manageable level of spaghetti, I think. Sort of not. It's just a little level of spaghetti, not at a level of sort of, when you put some wires in a bag or something, and then come back a few weeks later and they've become inseparably tangled, and you think, I just want to get my USB charger out. Why do I now have a hydra of every single wire I've ever owned? So we get Ross Woods and then down to Bournemouth Woods. Nothing too exciting. Maybe free trains. I think free trains is probably a good number. Let's see how that goes with that forest. And, hopefully that will be that service. So then we have the other side, it's Colford Valley. This again is going to be a little bit of a squeeze, and I suspect some truck destruction may occur. Wanton truck destruction. Yes, we won't be able to signal the entrance quite the way they'd like it. Going to lose a little bit of efficiency from the fact that I can't put signals on there. And possibly lose a little more efficiency from the fact that this is going to have to go over there like that. This is going to have a tight turn. This one won't be so bad. This one is going to be an annoying sort of tight turn there. Then, this is interesting. Colford Woods has this. Ah, yes. Okay, so that's because that goes all the way around there. This is a little bit of a spaghetti-tastic route, isn't it? So the trains go around there. So they may as well just have another bridge which comes up here for the ones which are going to go to Colford. And then this, I guess this could come round. So I don't want to build too many tight turns. That's the thing there. And so maybe if this turns like that there, that will be counted. I think that will be counted as a turn. So maybe I go for a little bit longer down there. Actually, I've got loads of money, so I could just mess with the 7 estuary or whatever it is. Is this an estuary at this point? I don't know. And I would say I didn't get very great in geography, but actually, despite the fruit-tossing nature of our geography classroom, I had excellent grades in geography, at least at sort of the GCSE level, which probably is the problem. GCSE was kind of a basic sort of, you understand what a map is and you can colour it in 4 different colours. It's like so. Put a signal on the entry there. And then I play a bit fast and loose with these signals. I know everybody sort of you'll find people go, no, you can't possibly put a signal there, your network will jam instantly. No, it probably won't. It's very unlikely that I will have the density of trains that will cause a problem. It's probably more likely that the lack of signalling blocks is more likely to cause a problem than the, no, you put a signal on an exit. Let's play fast and loose with this. Right, so I have some ungrouped wood trains, so let's put those in the big wood group. It's probably not going to be that easy to differentiate them. And these had some goods piling up. They're not piling up so much, but I think another train to carry goods, because I had just added quite a lot of wood capacity to that. It's a totally unscientific approach, but never mind. So that's all the forests connected up, I think. They don't think there's any more forests that I'm not exploiting. We could look at the map like that. We could almost go for the scientific approach, which is you can look at the industry directory and just go produced cargo wood. And UK forest. UK forest hasn't transported anything. Why is that? Well, someone was obviously getting a bit. Well, actually, here's the thing. This station here, could we just do a double catchment area? I think we could. They think we could just do a double catchment area here. No. I made a station there. I should put some trains into it. So you to clone my wood layout, and there we go. It's because you're wittering on about easy listening and difficult listening and regular listening. That's why that happened. You were doing a sensible playthrough. This wouldn't happen at all if you just carefully commentated all of the things you do in very simple terms. Then you would notice. So, wood is happening there now as well. So that should be all the forests. And our first AI has had problems. That's quite expensive AI. What have they got? Ooh. These are the... I don't want to take them over, but I do want their iron ore service. So this is the next thing for me to do. Is I'm going to sneak in there already. I'm going to have trains doing their trainly thing before they even get close. So do I have a goods line up here? No, I don't really have the goods main line up here. So I'm just going to bring this down across here, and then across here, and so where is the steel mill? My steel mill kind of connects up here, so I want to kind of meet my goods line as it comes through here. So build through the forest. Should I cut through there? I might have a little cutting through there. Little cutting is sort of this vast, sort of straight pile of mud emerges. We destroy all the farmland. And that's how it is. I wrestled with my pixelated environmental conscience, and it is lost. We know that from previous games that as soon as something is in the way, kaboom! It is gone. So that's this sort of Y-shaped intersection down here, and bridge over here. This is not ideal. This is actually, yes, it's certainly not ideal. This is going to get very expensive. We can afford this, I think. Can I afford to put a peninsula in? Yes, it costs about 100,000. It's fine. And just spend like crazy on this. It's something that's probably not even good. Well, it's probably not even going to make money early on because it's going to be competing with these trains. Let's clone my. So I should have an iron ore train somewhere that I can clone. And then just set that going. So there you go. Wild clicking. Oh, Shark Co is having problems as well. These AIs aren't doing very well. Why are the AIs in so much trouble? What are they doing? What's their operating profit like? Oh, yes, something's gone horribly wrong, hasn't it? Is there a recession or something? So I just haven't noticed. No, I don't want to purchase them. Or did they just overexpand? But yes, because the only route I really care about is this, and they're going to just disappear, and then all the iron ore on the map will be mine. Is that actually the case? Let's also check that all the iron ores are used. Yes, all the iron ores used. So now, with that, I think it's time to think about our passenger network. Oh, yes. Yes, I could go connecting all the industries, but I think a nice little break for kind of passenger routes. And so, let us go and do some more, about 500,000. So I'm going to say, let's extend Cornwall. Let's just move and Land's End. So we can get a station in. And they're just going to use the default station. I'm going to do some sort of what Penzance to look like it's got an enormous station. So I'm just going to build like that. Because I think that's fun. And now, is this going to be problematic? So they can get there. You'd have to destroy some houses to make this work. So to get my double track line through here. So it's only going to be double track, I think. I think double track should have enough capacity. So let's place a sign. So New Land's End. Established 1981. Let's see. So Penzance can have a train station, and then Truro also needs a station. So let's just go with our policy of remodeling the Cornish coast so we can fit railways into it. That's totally realistic and totally fine. So we were going with length 4. So we might want more than that. I don't know. We should find out where we need more than that. Let's remodel that. There, that's true. That looks like a bad idea all round. It's sort of just sending a train into the sea. Now we need to come up with Tanuki, I think. So. So a little bit of cutting and then messing about here. There we go. And again, I'm just going to cut through that. So don't want to build too much here, especially because they're going to get annoyed about the tree situation. So let's build out this. So we can have another station on the seafront here. Nuki, I think, could have a bit more of a major station. So Nuki can actually have the station with a roof and all of the various bits. Well, it's just got a roof and some signs, so there's not really lots of bits that it has. And it has a roof, though. Yeah. Nuki gets a roof. And let's do that. So there. Oh, there we go. That's going to have to go over there. So where next? And so I think maybe I should make this line go up the... make it go up sort of this coast and then into Bristol. So Bristol's going to be a little bit of a job to get the station in. So, yes, it's a 4x3, and I suspect now, is this roadway owned? Oh, there it's owned by the town. Excellent. So I can do that. I can get a big station in there. Yes. So it's going to be compact PBS terminus. Sort of four tracks. It's slightly unbalanced here, so this is not the most efficient of the turbini that are on offer, but yes, no, it counts as Clifton West. Oh. And well, probably shouldn't get rid of Bristol Harbour, whatever that sort of inlet is. That feels like it might be important, so we shall leave that for nautical goings on to go on there. And should just build the railway across here and mess up this little section of coastline. So still not costing us too much. And should come across here. There we go, Western-super-Mare. So we're going to connect to Western-super-Mare. So we not really much that I can do because this road is in the way. Disconnect them from the road network. And have another station across here. There. Then I can just rebuild the bit of road network around here, which will probably annoy me later because I'll probably put it in a place which is stupid and then wish that I hadn't. Oh, they don't want me to remove that. Okay, fine. Fine, let's go round there like that. Then let's mess up your motorway properly. Now that's a problem. They won't let me get rid of that. That's going to be a little bit of a difficulty, isn't it? I can't get rid of that. So, well, for now, we can live with just sort of having a capacity bottleneck there. It's not very good. Will be problematic later. But for now it'll be. We can live with it. Let's have that. Let's sort of bridge across here. And then we have Minehead. So where do we put the station in Minehead? So the thing is, really, I need to demolish their church. So no religion for you. The only religion that you will have is the religion of the railway. And that is a little bit. Oh, that bridge. No, that's going to have to go in favour of efficient network. Unfortunately, that sort of cove has to disappear. So it's not efficient enough. Okay. And so we have Oakhampton down here. So maybe I can go around the hill, this sort of little hill that rather than demolishing it, be at least somewhat nice. Come down here and Oakhampton, I think, yes, Oakhampton probably, we just have the station here. Yes, and so we just build the station there. That'd probably be good enough. Ooh, a little bit enthusiastic scrolling there. So maybe we can probably get away with just having these come up and along here. A little bit. So yes, then it just has to beat the train coming in from Newquay. I just build this up here and sort of flatten that. It's a very boring coastline now. Yes, this is kind of the thing, geography used to teach you about longshore drift and water defences and things like that. And so, you'd have a school trip to some far-flung bit of the coast where they had sea defences, and you could all go around and chuckle at the fact that they were called groins. Oh, did someone? Oh yes, that's Oakhampton Forest. Okay, that's fine. That's legitimate for that forest to be there. I'm taking wood from it, so I'm not going to be upset about it. No, a little bit too much flattening. This map's mostly flat anyway, so nobody's going to notice a little bit more flatness going on. Okay, we have a railway. The Iron Road has come to the southwest. Give or take some inefficiency around Weston-super-Mare. I'm not going to worry too much about signalling this super efficiently. As long as there's kind of signal blocks and the trains can go one way and the other, then that should be okay. We probably do need to think about timetabling and trains being able to pass each other at some point, but for now it'll probably work its way out. So what am I going to do with this? So these DMUs, I think get sprinters soon, but we're going to start with this. We're going to start with a couple of these. Oops, it's a bit too much. The annoying thing with these is these have different sprites than passenger carriages, so they look a bit awkward when you put passenger carriages in them. But we're not going to have that many passengers on them, so I'm just going to have a sort of double-headed unit and send it over this way for Newquay, Captain Minehead, Weston-super-Mare, which looks like it's got a typo in it. It doesn't have a capital W. And then back again. This is going to be a sort of slow service. It's calling at all stations, as they do. And then let's give that some semblance of a timetable. So I'm just going to say Penzance, which is where you can stop for a long time. So you're going to stay kind of. Actually, let's make it 12 days there. So that's where it's going to catch up any time that it loses. And then the other ones are just going to be standard sort of 3-day stops. You probably will need bus networks to get these towns kind of growing as well. So Clifton West again, big terminus stations. So we'll stay there for 12 days and then it should be back along here. Stopping 3 days at a time. And let's clone those, a few of those. So. No good, so. You create my passenger group, and this is going to be the Southwest Coastal route, so. There we go. Those go to Penzance, and those will sort of wait. Now. But I should think about my plans. My plans after this. My plans are probably to correct this mistake. In Western Supermare. Let's bring that nice and consistent. I didn't know if Mr. B still exists. It's obviously right in the railway now. It's going to be one of those sort of clubs where you just hear the trains go over between sort of quiet tracks. Not that clubs really have quiet tracks. You don't really see kind of good clubbing and then they go, oh yes, tonight we've decided to have a jazz night. So it's just going to be lots of that kind of, blinky plonky bass solos that sound like someone's got trapped in a huge elastic band ball and is trying to free themselves. Yes, the DMUs are doing their thing, so just get that going. Do we have an oil refinery anywhere? So we've got an oil rig, which we don't have a refinery that I can see. Is there actually one on the map at all? No, there's no oil refinery. We could add a new industry. How much does an oil refinery cost? Costs no, it's surprisingly affordable. So yes, so that's might be the nice thing to do last of all, is just somewhere around Pembroke. I think we could fund an oil refinery and then have some oil ships going back and forth. Site unsuitable. What's unsuitable about that? Oh, can be positioned near the edges of the map. Yes, this might be a challenge because there's not enough sort of near the edge of the map, so you might have to hold off on our oil refinery dreams. So we could probably run up Addons, or we possibly could get away with doing one down at Newquay. That's site unsuitable. There we go. So now it's an interesting thing. How's this going to work? So if I take this and I turn this into a bridge, and I then do the same with the road, if they will let me do that. Oh no, that's I've screwed up already there. So they could do the rail bridge just like this. Okay. And then I can, if I just remodel some more coastline, and this can have locks either side. So now the ships can traverse across Cornwall, one side to the other. We just did that. It's road on mountain bikes from one side of the Cornish coast to the other, which is quite good fun. It's not as long a journey as you might expect. This quite thin in places, Cornwall. So, oh, Truro don't like me. Truro don't. There we go. But I'm just going to go and build it in Newquay instead. So, there you go. You get a dock whether you like it or not. It's just build this out in the middle of nowhere. This is the kind of thing that's sort of in Doctor Who, become infested with sea devils. The kind of naval structure out in the middle of nowhere. And built the CS oil tanker. So just really good. Truro Oilfield, Truro boy, Penzance boy. Back and then. There we go. Let's have a little bit of sort of late 70s Pink Floyd in this, yes, UI. And then, of course, yes. Ooh, did that fill up? No, because I didn't tell it to full load. So you can go back and do what you're supposed to do. You could clone it a couple of times, another couple of oil ships. There we go. That should be okay. So that should go nicely to the oil refinery. Not on the most efficient route. Sort of goes a little bit out to come back, but we'll live. We should live. I should also think about how we get goods out of here. Ooh, yes. No new AIs have started. So not too worried about any AIs coming in and meddling with that. Ooh, it's looking nice and busy now. But yes, I think that's a good place to leave an episode, isn't it? We've got a passenger network of some sorts in progress. We've got some oil, we've connected all wood, and I shall see you next time for more West Country shenanigans.